The dog lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You save her mum face. Never forget it.
Usher us to paradise against all the odds. You have interrupted my newest masterpiece!
The bard clears his throat and gargles on his own saliva. He then returns to his poem, but his voice cracks mid-verse.
Well, never you mind. Every sonnet I compose is a masterpiece, and my muse has been begging me to write something new. Wait! You might be just the stimulus I needed! I shall craft a rhyme for you and your race! All I ask in return is a handful of coins. It's an offer of a lifetime. Well, my friend, if you tire of the current recitation, my talents await you.
And if the Magister's told you to jump off a tall bridge, would you do
That
it?
divine voice, that idyllic poetry. I could lose myself in Barstan's cinnamon eyes.
The innocent. Kill my sorcerers, a most vile...
It's the sorcerer's fault for bringing this down on us. People like that bloody Meister. Stringing him up is too good for that sort.
Keep your eyes peeled, will you? Ramos the Wanderer promised he'd be here.
An elf sways on her chair, her eyes focused on the counter in front of her, where she has 6 glasses in a row. With the nails of 2 fingers, she's pressing red welts into her forearm. She slides one of the drinks towards you, her head bobbling heavily on her neck as she nods at the sparkling ale.
And that's... Nothing like a glass of the good stuff to smudge everything into a pretty shape.
She slides another glass of ale toward you. Its contents sparkle in the dim barlight.
Bottoms up. Cheers to you, me, and...
Her gaze swivels around the room.
Damien's dull knife. This place is horrible. Never mind. Cheers to you, me, and me again. Another. Psh, give me one good reason. Look, you don't need to do that. You don't need to... Look, look.
She shows you the 2 swollen, angry red welts on the underside of her arm. She slaps them without finesse, making herself wince, and stares at you intensely.
I know how to make it better. I can fix it, all of it. I'll tell you. There's this woman. I'm not crazy. And if she kisses you, she can change you. She's downstairs. And now I'm different. It's in her lips. It's in the magic. I changed the right way. And then, I think they'll be fine. You understand how, sometimes you just want to be fine. Well, what? I need to go. Thanks for drinking with me. So, till next time.
Who gains the title most divine? We wait, we wonder and wonder.
She nods an uninterested greeting.
Here for the fight? This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually there'll be a fight. You planning on starting one? Well, I look forward to beating the shite out of you then. Bye now. Till later.
She doesn't lift her gaze from her drink. She's not interested in you at all.
Hold it. Papa no, you no go.
He grins, unpleasantly.
Loha didn't tell me to let anyone of your description in, so why should I? It's already mad as a bag of cats down there, and I've no intention of flinging another mangy yowler in there. Scoot!
Curiosity kills the cat.
This
Or
town
getting
is
sent to
poor,
Fort
but
Joy.
this room is rich.
A weathered woman in a dirty sea captain's tunic babbles breathlessly to herself, and somewhere nearby you hear a bell ringing.
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn, and I without my compass. The ship is in the locker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows, and all are drowned but me. And yet, can you hear? The bell rings on. The bell haunts me yet, and it would drive me mad. I'm haunted by my crew. They ring the bell to drive me mad. Please, make it stop.
She buries her head in her hands and cries.
Make it stop.
Then you're an idiot. Yeah? What do you want? See this uniform? That makes me and Tatcha here magisters, not waiters. Get me? Good. Now, tell you what, to make up for your little social blunder, you can help us settle an argument.
And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they won't get any of us.
What about that? Right as raining.
Tatcha here is one of my dearest friends, but she isn't the brightest.
Tatcha grins hello.
Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
Our mate Boris got posted to Fort Joy for consorting with lizards. And Thatcher here still fancies a turn around the park with Loverick's lizard. I say she'd be sleeping with the enemy. What say you?
They look at you expectantly. Thatcher bursts out laughing. Eden goes bright red.
Get lost before I throw you in a cell for disrespecting a magister. 2 magisters. The magisters.
Thatcher doesn't look disrespected. Thatcher looks amused.
And I'm saying,
Disrespecting 1 magister's enough. Go on, get lost.
She turns back to her drink.
be too careful, you know. If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
She tips you a wink, then turns away. Weathered and rugged, the man sleeps soundly. He mumbles in his slumber.
There's bad things in the caves. Bad dwarf things.
His eyes flicker open, but he looks like he's still asleep.
Blood and oil do mix, after all.
His eyes flick wide open, but he's clearly asleep.
The island is ruined and doesn't have a name. Don't go there.
His eyes flick wide open, but he's clearly asleep.
There's no graveyard on the island. Stay away from the graveyard.
Startled, he opens his eyes, but he's staring into the distance. He's still asleep.
Sawdust and wolves, Mother. Sawdust and wolves.
Startled, he opens his eyes, but he's staring into the distance. He's still asleep.
Arcs for Lucian's Day sounds nice, Mother.
Startled, he opens his eyes, but he's staring into the distance. He's still asleep.
Leave me alone, Mother. Don't touch it. Don't touch the chest.
He goes back to sleep.
I've never been so embarrassed.
The chest won't open.
Of course it's not true. No, I'm not crying.
Here now, when one's in a small town, one must expect small town manners, I see. Have you a reason for barging into my room, sir? No harm done, I suppose. Though why I pay good money for these so-called bodyguards is another question entirely. Still, I may as well introduce myself. Baron Levere, at your service. Travels, you say? And why would you assume I'm a traveling man?
He laughs heartily.
Of all things, I wouldn't have thought my boots would give me away, but you're quite right, of course. I am traveling, yes, to Arx. Lucian's Day will be upon us soon, a celebration no man with a heart that is both as pious and mercantile as mine should miss. I go because it is every citizen's duty, our communal obligation to chant the rites of the return and pray for Lucian's divine resurrection. That said, I do have more secular motivations as well. Arx positively overflows with pilgrims during the festival, pilgrims and their purses. As a merchant, it is quite my favorite day of the year. Music to my ears. A happy accident after all, you're barging into my room. If there's anything else you need, know you're always welcome.